What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. Today, just want to show you the squad, talk about a few things that you guys mentioned in a few other videos, and then get into some gameplay working on the Versalco SBC and objective. First things first, this objective is hard. Every team that I come up against is as good or better than mine, and they're doing exactly what I'm doing, which is quite risky in some regard. They are just putting one Serie A player in, and just risking it, basically. You either score with him or you don't. I'm currently 9-6-1. I've won 8 games, I think, or 7 games, but only 6 of them have I scored with Calais in, which is obviously my risk. There was one game where the guy messaged me afterwards saying GG and stuff and didn't let me score with Calais and just like shut me out. And then one game where a guy tried his absolute best to not let me score with Calais but gave away a penalty late, so I ended up scoring it and getting the goal with Calais anyway. So I'm halfway through the objective. I have completed Neymar as well, guys. I saw a lot of people say to me like they want to see me use Lloris in goal over Casillas. I hate Lloris, man. Honestly, I just hate him. Even though he's a little bit taller than Casillas, what the issue with Lloris is for me is he just doesn't save anything. Like, he parries a lot, he punches a lot, and he lets in finesse shots like it's nothing. If you actually look at the in-game stats of what they look like when they're in the team, even on the low chemistry for Casillas. Casillas goes to 98 diving and 95 handling, so 98 and 95 versus 99 and 95, so there's only 1 point difference between them in those first 2 categories. And then in reflexes and positioning, it's 97 and 97 for Casillas versus the 99 and 94 of Lloris. So he's only 2 points away in reflexes, and he actually has better positioning. So there is a case to be made, and kicking is largely irrelevant, but the kicking of both of them is terrible. So like +7 or +10, it's either or. They're both terrible kickers. And then +3 on acceleration for Casillas and +5, I think it is, on acceleration. Yeah, +5 on acceleration for Lloris. So the difference between the goalkeepers is largely negligible to the point where it's like indistinguishable. The biggest change that it makes, I think, is the change that we get to Varane. So he loses 2 pace points in each category. He loses a couple of points in defending and physical. Altogether, only about 15 total in-game points. And his card is already just so good anyway that I actually don't think it makes all that much difference. Again, it's definitely something to consider. Obviously, Courtois would be ideal here. And then I don't think, if we look at Ibrahimovic, 3-5-1-7, I don't think it matters in terms of the other stats. So 4-5-1-7. So Ibra gets 1 extra attacking positioning by getting the extra 4 chem points. So in general, these guys are going to be getting the same in-game stats. Like, it doesn't impact the team overall at all, you know. So I definitely do think that Ibra, as fun as he has been to use so far, and he has been good, 18 goals and 10 assists in 22 games. I do lack a little something up front. I think it is just blistering pace. I think I lack that up front. But obviously with Best and Bale in the team, we're fine with that. Now, Bale has been a beast for me in the games that he's played. 19 games, 19 goals, 6 assists, which is great. And as I said, guys, I built this team, and I'm going into games with this team with the risk of, if I don't score with Calais it is a large waste of time. And it seems to be that case a lot. But I can't build only a full La Liga squad for the simple fact that there's that Wijnaldum gone. That's nice. I'm selling consumables again now, guys. We're trying to get back on that grind. If I were coming up against average squads, I would build into my full Serie A squad. But the type of teams you're coming up against is just crazy. Not only the type of teams, the type of players you're coming up against are also absolutely nuts. This card is very nice. High, medium, 3-star, 3-star, nice in-game stats. This card will not make it into my team. Even if I got the League SBC Skriniar and put in the 3 players that I wanted to use, which would have been Versalco, Skriniar, and then Handanovic. Handanovic being the main player that I wanted to put in. It wouldn't even be great. In fact, somebody said to me, and I don't know why I haven't done this, somebody said to me, just play Handanovic anyway, because if you're playing keepers off chem, just put him in there. I probably should have done, shouldn't I? Handanovic goes 96 diving, 95 handling, 90 reflexes, 99 positioning. That's because he's got that chem style. If I can put a basic chem style on him, if I have one, God, I hope I have one. We've got one. How much impact does that make to Handanovic across the board? So not. He's only getting 5s. Oh, because I need a Serie A manager, or I basically need the right manager to get him up. But yeah, Handanovic in there could actually be all right. Could be good. So we might put Handanovic in just because he's a bit taller. A lot taller, actually, and has very even stats as well across the board. But yeah, if I put in Handanovic, Skriniar, and Vrsaljko, I have to drop either Ferdinand or Varane. If I drop Ferdinand, I lose links to Kante and links to Tierney, which is terrible. And if I drop Varane, I'd be an idiot. So I'm obviously not going to do that. So I'm going to be keeping my mismatched goalkeeper for a while. I can use any Premier League striker or any striker I want. If I'm happy to play a player off chem, you know, I could put Pato up there again. I could put Tevez up there off chem, Ibra up there off chem. I've got a lot of options of players that I would be happy to play up there. And then if I put Vrsaljko into the squad, I would have Bale off chem as well. Somebody had said to me, why not use Bale left mid and Juanfran left back, put Best over on the right-hand side, and then you can use Vrsaljko, Skriniar League, and put Varane in and just drop Ferdinand. But am I going to drop Rio Ferdinand for Skriniar SBC and then play my left back off chem? Do I want to do that? I don't think I do. I really don't think that's what I have in the cards for me. So I don't think, although I am going to get this Skriniar, I'm going to try my best to get him anyway. It's just going to be another card that sits in the club, which sucks a little bit. Now, I have got the squad here almost fully built. Everyone in this team, fortunately, is untradeable. Neto untradeable, Carvajal untradeable, Nacho untradeable, De Vrij untradeable, Arthur untradeable, Illaramendi untradeable, Benzema, Rodrigo, and Gerard Moreno, all untradeable apart from Gerard Moreno. I'm going to have to go and buy Mario Mandzukic and Jimenez just to complete this off. So we're going to go and do this now. Sadly, for some of you guys, I don't know how much you care, though, to be fair. I'm not going to be opening this pack because there is a promo coming this weekend. EA was supposed to have released information about it, and they haven't. They said information more like no more tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know what, like, it's already long gone 6 p.m. and at the time of recording this video, maybe not at the time of you watching this video, but at the time of recording this video, they haven't yet released any more information. So I'm excited to see what it is. You know, obviously I know as much as to say that it's not ratings refresh, it's not ones to watch, and it's not record breakers. Why is Jimenez so bloody expensive? Why? I don't know. I don't understand. What is the cause of him being so expensive? Anyway, I guess it doesn't matter. We gotta, well, we don't gotta, but I'm gonna complete this SBC. That's gonna be that part of it done, which is very nice. And then the last piece, obviously, we just need to put Vrsaljko into the team. That gets us a rare gold pack, typically a terrible pack. And on the same note, people have been asking me in the comment sections and on Twitter and stuff, which of the new Premier League players am I gonna get for my team? I don't really care about the Premier League SBCs. Doucouré never get into my team with Ballack and Kante now. Like, unless I want to do a French team, then Doucouré could be quite useful. But other than that, and even then, I have Guilavogui, so I don't know if I'd ever waste the resources. Jamie Vardy is actually an okay card, but he's 3-star, 3-star. I already have a pace merchant in Aubameyang. And then I'm way overburdened with attackers. So for me personally, these two cards aren't quite good enough. And then from the Eredivisie, that Dumfries card does look good, but in the same regard as Vrsaljko, like, it's pointless using him. I have to change so many aspects of my team that it's quite bad. Somebody in the stream had said, "Oh, but he's strong links to Lozano." So you know, you could get Dumfries and get Lozano down that right-hand side. And so what people are basically asking me to do now is to remove UCL Bale, or sorry, Team of the Year Bale, and Flashback Juanfran for Dumfries and Lozano. That's ludicrous. So that's where we're at with that. But I just wanted to show you the account a little bit here, guys, and show you where we're at and where my mind is with things. I'm going to show you now the gameplay of some of the games that I've played. I think I've got about 8 games for you here today. So actually most of the games, I guess, almost all of the games in regard. I think maybe there's 2 there that aren't there. I don't know. I know I forgot to record a session of playing, so there might be 3 games. There might be a few of the wins that aren't there. But with that being said, guys, yeah, that's where we're at with the club right now. I do really need to get back on the old bronze pack method grind. I've been pretty lax with it recently. I haven't really been selling items at all. I've got a lot of stuff in the club that I want to sell, but also I want to start making use of my 3.2 million coins. You know, I know a lot of traders would be out, even if I got like a 10% return on investment per week with these coins, that'd be like another 300,000 coins per week without even having to do anything other than your generic buying Monday, selling Thursday stuff. But lots to think about in that regard. So this is going to be the end of the intro, guys. Let's get into some gameplay. Okay, guys, as we go into the gameplay, you're going to see the sort of teams I'm coming up against. I tweeted out that this promo, I like the grindy stuff. I do. I am genuinely a big fan of the grindy stuff. But this one felt more like a Division Rivals grind than an online singles grind for me. And that's bizarre. I had a lot of people tweet me. I tweeted out saying, you know, big fan of the grindy stuff, but the caliber of players and their teams that I'm coming up against are that of Division 2 and Division 1. And so many people responded to me with, I did it 12 out of 13 against low-end gold teams and stuff like that. And I'm thinking, what? How unlucky am I getting to come up against these superstars every game? But hey, you know what? In the long run, it will make me a better player. So I'm okay with it. But into some comments we go. First one from King KH says, yo, what happened to Mbappe and Pogba? I know they aren't going to make it into your team, but which SBC did they go into? Well, they didn't go into any SBC, my man. They just sat there in the club doing not a lot, actually. Pogba I'd happily put into an SBC going forwards. Mbappe, I'm not sure, because until I get a better version of him, yes, I have Best as a right mid. Yes, I have Bale as a right mid. But Mbappe is still a top player in the game, in the current status. So I don't know if I'd get rid of Mbappe anytime soon. Adam says, I'm glad that icons are more expensive than last FIFA because everyone had a lot of icons in their team early on, and it reduced the wow factor of icons really quickly. And I actually think that even now, I think a lot of people, especially after the Team of the Year week, a lot of people have got a lot of icons in their squads. On that same note, and I'll get to why it's on that same note in a second because it probably doesn't transition very well. Oster, by the way, Oster, I see you in my streams and on the videos, and you're always a positive influence, so thank you for that. Contrary to what people will try and make you believe when, you know, certain people, I read a lot of my comments, and I do notice and pick out the positive people a lot and most of the time. So yeah, keep being awesome, guys. And Oster, I do see you around all the time. He says, love your content. What do you think about the coming promo on Friday? And so the icons being quite expensive, actually, although they're not too expensive because it's easy to create coins this year, and in terms of them being there for the whole, just for 30 days, there was another icon comment. So this all ties in. Hold on. I'll get in general to the answer of Oster's comment in a second, but this all ties in together. So Etty E says, don't get me wrong, I like the concept of icon SBCs. It's great. However, for people starting off the game or who just aren't as good enough to get enough funds for those type of SBCs, they just won't get them. I think EA should try and introduce something that will aid people with not as many coins like myself to get icons. What do you think? Also, loving the videos. Keep doing what you're doing. So what I will say is, I was against the 30-day thing. And in this regard, for people that are just joining the game or got it at Christmas or just don't have enough time to play it, you kind of are struck in a sense that you'll struggle to get icons. With that being said, EA are dropping so many promos right now, so many promos this year, and they don't have the links that icons have, but a lot of the players are as good as or better than icons. In fact, especially a lot of the mid and baby icons and many of the prime icons, cars like Tevez and Ibra, and even to a degree, like Hernandez and Sturridge, you know, I'm not going to, please don't take this out of context. I'm not going to say Sturridge is better or as good as Rivaldo, right? But they're both 2-star, 4-star. They both have really good shooting stats. Daniel Sturridge has great pace and such. And if Sturridge had the icon link, you probably would use him a bit more. Zlatan Ibrahimovic is as good as or better than a majority of icon strikers, and you know, there's only a few top-end meta ones that are better than him. So, you know, although people might miss out on the icons, I'm kind of glad EA didn't do them for the full length of the game, because if they did, right now, with the way like FUT has been run this year, even if you're like a low-end casual player, you would still have 3, 4, maybe even 5 of the low-budget icons, and that I don't necessarily think would be good for the game. But to counteract the fact that you don't have all year to build those icons, 2 things happen. For people like you, Etae, who doesn't have like many coins, how are you going to get these icons? The icons have been generally the same in terms of how you build them. a bronze squad, a silver squad, a gold squad with 2 informs, and an icon, sometimes yes, sometimes no. Then it ranges between an 83 rated to an 88 rated squad, sometimes needing 1, sometimes needing 2, sometimes needing 0 informs. So right now, if you're just grinding and you're thinking to yourself, I want an icon, but I can't always get them in a 30 days, start building those squads now. Go into a squad builder challenge. Not a squad builder challenge. Go into a squad, like create a new squad, make it your bronze squad. Create a new silver squad, put the silver squad in there, and start building the icon SBC in preparation, picking up the players as and when you can. So when an icon comes out that you're like, oh, I actually really would like this one, you've got a lot of it complete, if not all of it complete, in preparation. So there's that. In terms of the new promo, now there's been a lot of leaks, and I love what I've seen from EA. Forget the leaks aside, I've seen a lot of leaks. Somebody actually on my stream told me about a few things, and I didn't know whether necessarily to believe him or not. But the more stuff I'm seeing, it turns out he might be right. And also I saw on Reddit and through a few other sources that they were based on low, players with like good potential. And EA tweeted, Foden, Vinicius Jr. and De Ligt, 23 or younger, not yet established as a star and potential future ratings. So it seems like they're giving us these massive cards. So Foden, 88 rated, Vinicius Jr., 92 rated, De Ligt, 92 rated. I love this. Since this has been released, and from what I was told on stream, there's a lot of speculation that this is going to be very similar to Madden Ultimate Team, that has this system where you don't actually get the biggest card straight away. You get a lower rated version of the card, and you have to complete objectives to upgrade them. That would be unreal. I literally mean unreal. Like, I asked for this last year and the year before and the year before, something to grind with the players. So, like, let me earn something with my players. So let's say, for example, Vinicius Jr., a left-wing Brazilian, 92 rated. If he comes in as like an 82 rated base card, and you get you get to upgrade him through scoring a certain amount of goals, playing a certain number of games, getting a certain number of assists, and then with how they've done certain objectives, using 11 MLS players and stuff, there might be an objective of win 10 games in FIFA online with a full Brazilian squad to get another +1 on Vinicius Jr. And it could be things like that. I don't know how Madden does it necessarily, but a lot of people are speculating because Madden has this similar sort of program in its game. That's what we could be getting. And that would be, honestly, an absolute game changer. I genuinely believe that would be one of the most incredible additions to FUT it's probably since squad builder challenges. I'd say that was one of the best things. Alternatively, they could do things like set weekly and daily objectives. And again, I actually don't have information on this. This is me just theorizing on how I think EA could do it based on what they've done before. But they could take Vinicius Jr. again could come out as an 82. Then you could have a weekly objective, 3 weekly objectives, and 3 SBCs that go along with them. First, weekly objective number 1, score 50 goals with Vinicius Jr. or score 50 goals with Brazilian players or score 50 goals with Real Madrid Brazilian players, except, whatever. And when you complete that, you get a token. And you put the token and the Vinicius Jr. into an SBC, and you get a better Vinicius Jr. Almost identical to what we're doing now, the Vrsaljko SBC. So with the Vrsaljko SBC, you have to get the Vrsaljko card itself, and then you do another SBC, and you get a better version. So I could see a lot of that. What would be sad about that, though, is that then you wouldn't keep the stats of your own specific player. So I don't know how necessarily they're going to do it. But yeah, I'm genuinely excited. I'm genuinely excited. I did have a lot more comments, as per usual, but not enough time, again, as per usual. But this is going to be the end of the video. I'm 6 wins now for this objective. Again, you can see the kind of teams and the kind of players I'm coming up against. I got gifted a couple of wins, which was nice. But in general, this has been a real stress and a real struggle. I've struggled a lot with this one. Guys, let me know what you think about this new program coming, this new promo coming to FUT. Let me know in the comment section below what you think and what you theorize as to will happen. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate your views as per usual. If you could leave a like on the video, that'd be amazing. And I'll see you tomorrow. I'm out. Peace.